up, everybody? You are now watching Tucson Taboo and Underground. I'm your host, Kat Cassidy, and we're at our final episode of the season. And today in studio we have a local Tucson band, Copper and Congress. Alright, thank you guys for coming down and talking with us. First, go down the line, each of you, and tell us your name and what instrument you play in the band.
I am Kai, and I'm on the drums.
I'm Patrick, and I play bass.
I'm Katie, and I sing and play guitar and keyboards.
Corey, do some backup vocals and some lead guitar.
Who came up with the name Copper and Congress?
We wanted a name that kind of, represented the fact that we all came together in Tucson, and we all came from different places and had different journeys to get here. And so Copper is, for those of you who remember your 5th grade history class, one of the 5 C's of Arizona. So it's kind of a shout out to Arizona. And Congress is literally just an homage to Congress Street and to Hotel Congress. It's like everything that Tucson and Arizona represents. And we liked the alliteration also.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. All right, so how did you guys come to be? Like, who started the group?
I think most of us came together through open mic nights in Tucson, like at Sky Bar, and there used to be an open mic night at the Dubliner. And I moved here about a year ago, and I really wanted to put a band together. And I met Kai first at an open mic night. He was actually running it, and he came up to me afterwards and was like, "Do you need a drummer?" And I was like, "Yes, I do."
How did you guys find him?
We went to go play open mic night together at the Dubliner, and he was playing with this 3-piece sort of hip-hop group that he was playing with, and we were mesmerized by him.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And then you were last?
Yeah, I was the latecomer. And it was the same way. We met at one of the open mics.
What is your opinion on the local music scene?
It's banging. I was raised here, so like, that's all I know, but it's super awesome.
And I've lived probably in like 12 different places, and I have to admit fully that Tucson is my favorite music scene I've ever been in. It's I think it has the highest density of very talented, committed people to the craft, and at the same time, the most, like Kai saying, the most collaborative and the open. It's not like this cliquey competitive thing. It's very, I think people understand the power and the support of networking together to kind of achieve a common goal of getting our music out there and sharing our fan base and that sort of thing. And that's very inspiring to me.
You kind of stole my answer. I've played maybe not a dozen, but like many places from California to Florida, all over Canada, all that kind of stuff, and there really is a different and very special vibe here. So the dedication to original music and artistry that way, and it definitely everything that both Kai and Kate said, and obviously it's definitely banging.
I think one of my favorite things I heard another Tucson band say was that they feel like Tucson artists feel like we're building this reputation so that when you say you're in a band from Tucson, that means something different. And so he said they go to Phoenix and people will show up just to see them just because they're from Tucson, and because Tucson has this awesome reputation of like every band that comes from Tucson, everyone wants to be good. So that's why everyone's trying to build each other up so that we can all together be this awesome music place.
That's cool. Has anything really embarrassing ever happened at any of your shows?
I often knock my head on the microphone because I get really excited and I close my eyes and I just bang my head and make a loud microphone noise. Is that embarrassing for you?
Every show, I forget one important piece of my drum set. It's a tradition that I do. So it's probably not known by the audience because we always find a way to cover it up. But for example, last night we played a show and I forgot all my sticks. Just my whole stick bag. I've forgotten bass drum pedals, hi-hat stands, like things you'd think were really important. I forget those things all the time.
And it really is almost every show.
Oh my god.
I think if you actually remembered everything, I would feel weird.
Yeah.
Like something was out of place.
Yeah. Sometimes my sobriety is not totally in alignment with maybe where it should be, and then I might fuck up and make the whole band sound really bad because people don't know what bass is. They're like, "Oh, it sounds really bad right now. Like, what's going on?" And it's yeah, I don't know. So.
Has anyone forgotten like any parts to a song and they're like,
"Oh yeah,
I have never made a mistake in a song." That is so wrong.
Who would you say is the freakiest member of the band, and why would you think that person?
Thank you so much for asking, Kai.
I am gonna say Katie is the freakiest member of this band.
Oh, come on with the surprise.
Yeah. And I have to say why I think that.
Mhm.
I don't want to embarrass Katie.
Please do.
At our CD release
There it
show, there were a couple of beautiful young ladies.
If it wasn't Kai, it was gonna be me.
There were a couple of beautiful young ladies who were really enjoying our show and kept yelling at Katie that they thought she was quite attractive and sexy. And after the show, one of them took it upon herself to force herself upon Katie. And
Well, okay, for the record,
both of them
that,
did, FYI.
that's awesome. I didn't know that part. They came up to me.
Sisters.
That's weird.
Oh wow.
They came up to me after the set, and you know, like we just played our CD release party and all that kind of stuff. So you know, talking to a couple hot chicks, that's awesome. Yeah, you know, whatever. This is good. And these chicks are basically like, no, you are awesome, but we're in love with your lead singer. And the one sister apparently was like, I want to lick her. I'm like, ah, okay, that's awesome. She's somewhere. And apparently that ensued.
Alright, so you
That's
both
awesome.
think she is. What about you?
I mean, let's face it, that just really means the rest of us are boring. By comparison. That's really what
I
it
mean,
is.
it wasn't the craziest thing.
No.
The fact that none of us can beat it really is more embarrassing for us
That's exactly
than it is for you.
Because we're too vanilla.
So do you guys have any advice for anybody that wants to start a band or get their name out there? Like, what's your best advice for that? For here in Tucson?
I say go to open mic nights and
Yeah.
play your stuff and go every week and work hard. For all of us, I think the one thing that we all hold in common is a real commitment and appreciation for the craft of music. I think we all sort of consider ourselves serious artists and we work hard, each of us in our own instrument every week, and work hard. And you have good advice on this, too. What would you say?
Play, have fun,
Yeah.
don't get caught up in like your brain. I don't know.
Just stay focused.
Again, with the perfectly timed play. Don't get caught up in your brain. And that happens to be perfect advice.
Yeah.
I would say that my best advice is there is something to take from every piece of music or band or song. That's like a personal belief of mine, is that you should never, just because you don't like pop country doesn't mean there's not something you can learn from it to make yourself a better artist. And I think that's true for everything. I mean, I'm talking like top of the charts, the worst pop music out there. I think there's something every musician can learn from all of that, if that makes sense. So my biggest advice, like I mean, I think we all like try to listen to as much different music as possible and just be open to it, be open to the possibilities. Just a couple years ago, you would have asked me, are you going to be in a pop, indie, folk, rock, whatever we are band, I would have said no way. And because I was open-minded, I landed in this like wonderful, wonderful situation. So let's just say be open-minded.
And we like making each other mix CDs of the music we like to kind of like try and inspire each other with what we're interested in, and that's been really helpful, I think, to help connect each other to our sort of passions.
Do you guys have any upcoming shows or events?
We play every second Saturday downtown at Elliott's on Congress.
There you go.
At about 9 p.m.
And I think we might be playing here January 17th. Eddie
Okay.
and I are still working that out, so.
Cool. So if a venue wanted to book you guys, how do we get in contact with you?
Just email us at copperandcongress@gmail.com.
Or
That's the best way.
Facebook.
Or Facebook, yeah.
Facebook. You can visit our website, copperandcongress.com.
All right, Copper and Congress, thank you guys for coming in, and check them out on Facebook. And we will, right down below, we'll let you know their dates of their next shows, and we will see you next season.
This place is awesome.
Yes. I hate you. Do the clap again. They write the questions, so don't look at me like I'm afraid, okay?
For the video shoot, I was hoping to get a couple maybe making out on the couch. If there's somebody who can make out.
Mhm.